Hermitcraft Infinity. Welcome back to Hermitcraft Infinity. All right. Been a little bit busy. Had some inspiration thanks to some input that you guys gave in the comments. Really appreciate that because it led to solving the problem that I had last episode with the wisp spawner. All right. Along the way, I stopped and I took some time to make this staff of traveling. A couple of dark steel ingots and an ender crystal, which you make with a vibrant crystal and an enderman soul vial in the soul binder with 10 levels of XP. Put that together and you get this little guy here that holds 250,000 RF. And the way this works, you shift right click and that puts you about 20 blocks or so away in whatever direction you're facing. Pretty good. Uses the power to do that. But if you've got travel anchors around, like I've installed a few here. I've got one down here, one a little ways down the corridor, one a long ways down the corridor. I've got another one up top side here. And if I switch on the staff of traveling, get it selected, you can see the travel anchors. And if it's highlighted like that and you just right click, bang, you're right on it. Bang, right on it. And I've got another one up there. You can see that. Poof. I like that. Very handy. Alright, anyway, using that, I hop over to the farms, and from there I can see the one further down the corridor, the wisp spawners. But first, let's, okay, it was originally set up in here. And several folks in the comments pointed out that this was, as you can see on my mini-map here, Eerie Biome. Of course, now it's showing up Magical Forest. But anyway, I don't know. But the idea was that the thing was producing the only those 6 kinds of essence because it was in a Eerie Biome. Well, I moved it down here, which is Magical Forest. Set it up again, started it going, got the same results. And then I decided to move it way down here. And this is Highland Biome. And I set it up here. And the results have been pretty cool. What I did was, once I was satisfied that it was actually working as expected for once, I went back here and all the essence that I had in the system, every bit of them, I pulled them out and threw them in this diamond chest here, so that the system started out with no ethereal essence in it at all. And now I have got the full spread of ethereal essence. There are, in this pack, there's 56 of them. Normally there's 49 in Thaumcraft, but we have the Forbidden Magic add-on, which adds another 7. So I've got all of them here. I have no less than, the smallest number I have is 55 in the Humanist category. Of course, that doesn't count what's in that chest. I don't know. There's probably a few more in there. But this thing is working. And this number of these things, this is what has accumulated. I started this going at 9 o'clock this morning. It's about 15 minutes to 1 a.m. now. And this is what's accumulated since then. I have over 6,000 each primal aspects, and anywhere from 119 down to 55 of everything else. And this thing is working great. I've left it going since then, non-stop. I got a couple of spot loaders down there to keep that area loaded, and it's just plain working. Finally, the way it's supposed to. So, My theory is that it's possible that the Erie biome has the effect of limiting the aspects, but I'm also thinking that the magical forest might very well be responsible for that, because once I got the thing outside of magical forest, it started working the way I expected it to in the first place. So that's good. It's working and everything's going great there. And coming up fairly soon, I expect to be using those ethereal essence to supply the setup here for automatically I guess you might say semi-automatically refilling these essentia jars around the infusion crafter. And so I got everything set up here. I set up a second alchemical furnace and alembics. I got 2 more golems over on this side, and it just works, this part of it. And I'll be setting up the rest of it sometime fairly soon. In the meantime, I want to get a little bit of things done here. And okay, I clicked on that by accident, but it was just one of those click it to accept the research thing, and I'm going to go ahead and get all of these. Okay, that one I don't have the required aspects. Okay, I'm short on instrumentum. That's not a problem. I can fix that. Same thing here, same thing there. Alright, let's head back to where the research table is. There we go. Alright, short on instrumentum. How many did it need for these? 3 here, and 3 there, and 3 there. 3 there, so... Okay, so instrumentum. Alright, shift, left click, and we'll mix some things together to get some instrumentum. There. Now we've got enough for that, and we'll get this one. And let's get the icy one. Oh, wait a minute. What am I missing? Gellum. All right. And it needs 6. Okay, we got that one, and then there's the crafting scepters. Okay, that's an actual research. The bone wand core. All right, let's get that one. And yes, that comes with a little bit of warp just for fun. A little bit of permanent warp. Oh well, I'm sure we'll find something to use that for. Got a few more click to accept. I'll need 6 gallop for that one. And the wand focus of shock. And the focus of equal trade is a research. Okay. And then there's this one, the V charging relay. Go ahead and click and grab that. The compound research focus. Looks like I need a couple of things there. What else was that? All right, we got that. All right. some of these things, like some of these wand cores and whatnot, I honestly don't expect necessarily use very many of them, but still, I want to go ahead and get the research cleared out. Okay, I sworn there was some down here that needed to be taken care of. No. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start up here and get these researches taken care of. And as usual, I will show the initial... Oh, well, wait a minute. Let's get these paper scribing tools. Okay. Alright. Get the research note for excavation. Equal trade. Silver wand caps. Crafting scepters. Magic staves. Focal manipulation, and what's this? V storage. Okay. All right. I am going to go through these research notes, and I'll present the solutions that I find for each one of those. And here's a solution for wand focus excavation. And now the next one, wand focus equal trade. Okay, here's the solution I found for wand focus equal trade. And next up, the silver wand caps. I probably don't think I'm going to be using those, but it's just for the sake of completeness. And there's a solution I found for the silver wand caps. Next up, the crafting scepters. This I do expect to be using. Alright, here is the solution I found for the crafting scepters. Next up, magic staves. And the research solution here for magic staves. Okay, next up, focal manipulation. This might take a while. And here is the research solution for focal manipulation. All right, here we go. And as you can see, I've added a few more research notes to work on this time around. And honestly, the only reason I stopped is running out of inventory space. Next up is... what? Okay, that one just kind of disappeared on me. Apparently I... Oh, there it is. Alright, wand focused 9 hells, tiny terrors, forbidden knowledge, this one. And honestly, once I finish up all of these and get them right-clicked into the Thaumonomicon, I'm going to load up another batch of them. Because, frankly, there's a lot of things in here that I want to get to. And I'm doing a major push here to get a lot of this stuff done. I want to get a bunch of this stuff unlocked. I want to get the Energistics, the Thaumic Energistics tab unlocked and get all of this research done. Because the idea of combining applied Energistics with Thaumcraft is something that is just too awesome, has too much awesome potential to ignore. In any event, onward with the research. And here's the solution I came up with for this one. Proceeding onward, V storage. And here's the solution I came up with for this one. Note that this is the first time I recall using Infernus in any of these. And now for the Ethereal Bloom. And here's the solution I came up with for Ethereal Bloom. And now go for Boots of the Traveler. All right. Boots of the Traveler research solved. All right. Runic shielding. And the results I found for the runic shielding. Sinister lodestone. This one is a bit of minor forbidden knowledge. Let's see what it's got. And I found this solution for that one. Sinister lodestone. Bang. Right-clicking that, I'll get a little bit of permanent warp from that, probably. Infernal furnace. Another minor forbidden knowledge, but handy device anyway. Infernal furnace solved. Here we go. Next up, the arcane levitator. And the research solution here for the arcane levitator. And now for warded arcana. And the solution I came up with for warded arcana. Okay, next up, the lamp of growth. Lamp of growth research solved. There we go. And now the lamp of fertility. And there we are, lamp of fertility solved. Brain in a jar. Yeah.
This is your brain. This is your brain in a jar. Any questions?
And the solution for brain in a jar. Next up, the arcane ear. Arcane ear solved. And next up, Golem Core Harvest. And here's what I found for the Golem Core Harvest. And now, I am going to right-click these things into the book. And then load up on several more to do. All right, quick update here. I was working my way through the various tabs and, well, basically all of these things, these octagonal shaped things that were basically clicked to buy the research, I was going through and collecting all of them. And in doing so, I actually started to run out of a few of the primal aspect research points, and I would have had to stop. But instead, I went here to the first tab, and I built the deconstruction table. Set this thing down here. Now what this does is it breaks things down, and you basically get a random shot at some primal aspect, a research point for each thing. And what I have discovered is that if you feed this thing crafting tables, you will get a research point for some primal aspect every single time. The tedious part of it is that you cannot automate this. You have to sit here manually, and you have to manually click each and every time something is presented here. So it's going to take a little while, but I'm going to feed this thing at least another 4 stacks of crafting tables, and then I'm going to get on with more of the research. All right, I think I've done a pretty good job of restocking on research points in the 6 primal aspects by using that crafting table and the deconstruction table thing. It has worked. I was completely out of Ordo, and now I've got 124 and so on. And now what I've done is I have gone through here, all of these tabs, all these things that were clicked to purchase, I clicked them to purchase. And all the way through. All the way through. all of them, everything. And then I started back here up at the top, and I went through every tab, and everything that's flashing that I didn't have research note for, I went and got the research notes. I now have 27 more research notes. And so, given that, I'm going to get back to it, and we're going to get a lot of research going on. I did say this was going to be a big Thaumcraft push. Now for the wand focus of warding. And here's my solution for the wand focus of warding. Next up, the wand focus portable hole. One of my favorites. And here's what I come up with for this one. Next up, purifying bath salts. A good way to, it's a way to take care of the effects of warp. And there's a solution for this one. Next, metal transmutation. And there we have it. Simple combination here. Next up is metal purification. And another simple solution for this one as well. Runic shielding augmentation. And the solution for this one. Thermostatic harness. And the solution for the thermostatic harness. Next, mirror magic. And here's the solution for the mirror magic. Next, the arcane bore. And the solution I came up with for the arcane bore. Next, infusion enchantment. And here's the solution I come up with for infusion enchantment. Next up, pickaxe at the core. And the solution for pickaxe of the core. Next, axe of the stream. And the solution for axe of the stream. Okay, next, sword of the zephyr. And the solution here for sword of the zephyr. Oops. There. Next up, shovel of the earth mover. And the solution for shovel of the earth mover. Next, the hoe of growth. And here we have the solution for the hoe of growth. Next is golem core use. And here's what I came up with for golem core use. Next, golem core guard. And here is what I got for golem core guard. Next is the traveling trunk, mobile luggage. And here's the solution to the traveling trunk puzzle. Here we go. Next, advanced golems. And here's what I came up with for advanced golems. Note that this one is a forbidden knowledge and will get you some warp. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that it's up to each individual to decide how much warp they accumulate. Myself, I'm going for everything, and so I'll take whatever warp comes along and deal with it as needed. Thaumium golems. Okay, and here's what I came up with for the Thaumium golems. Next, flesh golems, another forbidden knowledge item. And here's the solution I came up with for the flesh golems. And as I was doing that research, yes, I gained some more warp. As I was doing that puzzle, I got an achievement, Eldritch Epiphany. So we have a look here, and okay, these are things that have, the Eldritch tab has appeared. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. This is the Eldritch Epiphany. A void seed. Okay. This will bear a lot of research of its own, I'm sure. Sanity check. A primal wand focus. Yeah, we'll get to that. In the meantime, let's finish up this research. Gaseous Illuminae. And the research completed for Gaseous Illuminae. Next, the Helmet of Revealing. And the solution for the Helmet of Revealing. Next, the Thaumium Crowbar. And here's what I got for the Thaumium Crowbar. Alright. Okay, next, Wand Focus Ifrit's Flame. And the solution I have for the Wand Focus Ifrit's Flame. Next is Golem Connector. And the solution for the Golem Connector. Alright. Making some good progress today. And the last one I have here is the Aspectalizer. And here we have the solution for the Aspectalizer. Or Aspectalizer, whatever. Okay. And with that, I think I'm probably going to call it for right now. Frankly, if it was just me, if I wasn't recording this to actually for the purpose of showing these research results, I would go ahead and power on and just keep going until I got everything taken care of. But I realize this video is starting to get on the long side, so I'm going to call it here. And next episode, I'm going to get a bunch more of this research done. I want to power through as much of this as I can, as quickly as I can, so that we can actually start using some of this cool stuff. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.